pathetic veterans. Lot more patheticness going on than I would really hope. Really wish you guys would fucking knock it off. Okay, we doing this? Good evening, how are you? I had something I wanted to share with you guys, and I'll be straight up right now. It's probably gonna come off a little obnoxious. So I just wanna say that this is coming from a place of love. What I wanted to talk about were pathetic veterans. And see what I mean? I told you it was gonna be obnoxious. The entitlement, the excuse giving, you have been given such an incredible opportunity to succeed. And many of you squander it. You're just lazy fucks and undisciplined. This is all the talk about military discipline. It's a fucking crock of shit. The amount of undisciplined people who come out of the military. So just an example. Guys who consistently miss appointments and miss meetings and miss shit they're supposed to do in life. That's really pathetic. Gotta say, really pathetic. And I was at one point. So that's why I can call it out. Before I joined the military. So when I was younger. I was that. It was really fucking shameful. This one time in college, I was just being a fucking loser. I didn't register my car. I kept running out of money. I had a tire that had wobbly alignment that I knew was gonna cause a problem at some point. And I had bald tires and I wouldn't get it fixed. Guaranteed at the time. I was spending money on chicks and partying, guaranteed, but I was missing my fucking adult bills. How amazing is that? That was this guy. Who would have thought? Where were we? Gotta catch asteroids fucking going by. Got into a self-deprecating story going to my father. Bam, motherfucker! So back to college when I'm a little fucking pathetic bitch. Sitting in my father's office. He was a doctor. A Navy doctor. He was a Marine grunt first, a Navy doctor for 20 years. I had missed these car payments. I ran out of money because I was driving my Cadillac with the fucked up alignment. Here we go. With the bald tires. I know something's gonna happen and I'm fucking speeding on my way to work, hung over on a Sunday morning where I'm working I was doing birthday parties for kids. Oh God. Yeah, speeding hungover to do a kid's birthday party on a Sunday. And one of my tires in my car pops. This thing was a front right tire. Pops. Because I'm on cruise control, the car just shuts off. I'm in the fast lane. And there's no shoulder. That's it. There's no shoulder on either side. There was 3/4 of a mile with no shoulder. That's where my tire bursts. And the car just shuts off. I come up against the side railing and I come up and I'm looking in my rearview mirror. And these fucking cars are coming hot. There's a red pickup truck. I hear, it's fishtails, knocks off my mirror and then comes to a halt. Dude looks back and andale! Fucking Mexican dude took off. Illegal fuck. Ask for my stance on illegals. And I'm like, Jesus, I hop out of my car. Pretty positive I jumped out the window onto the other side. An oncoming traffic, but there's a shoulder on that side. And then this lady stops behind me in this fucking Navigator. I'm waiting on the side of the freeway and I'm looking in her window and I'm like, hey, you got a phone? And she called the cops. I don't remember what happened to my phone. I probably left it home because I was fucking hungover. This is what a loser I was, okay? This is fucking who I was. And I know a lot of you pathetic veterans can relate to my patheticness back then. Anyways, I'm like, hey, can you call the cops? She's like, yeah, I called the cops. I stand there, and then as she's standing there, oh no, the Mexican truck hit her. Pretty positive it hit her. And she had a fucking baby in the backseat of the car. And I'm like, she could have gone around me and just let my car get hit, but she stayed there, stopped. So she's gonna be the one hit. And I'm just like, you don't need to stop there. I'm out of the car, it's fine. And she's like, it's fine. And she's on the phone calling the cops with the child in the back seat. Is she high right now? Anyways, so I'm tripping out, baby's in the back seat, and all of a sudden, there's no cars. Cars stop. Because CHP, I think, or maybe, I don't remember if it's CHP or San Diego PD, they roll up in front of the whole highway and slowed it down. And then a tow truck came by. Actually, no, the tow truck came earlier. Holy shit, this tow truck came over 3 or 4 lanes over and then reversed up, and he was just like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna get you out of here, buddy." And it's just like superhero about to stick my car onto the back. And then the lady left. And then freeway stops. Cop pulls over, stops. My car gets out of there. We're all good. And I didn't have a fucking expired registration, so I shouldn't even have been on the road, right? What a fucking, just dirtbag. Just pathetic. Should not have been on the road. And because I didn't just take the time to go register my fucking car. How fucking pathetic was that? Fuck. Just thinking about it, I'm just so ashamed of myself. But that was me. That was me back then. So yeah, cop impounds my car. So I got to pay the money to get it out of impound, and I got to pay the registration fee and the fine and all this fucking shit. I got to do all that bullshit. And then I'd sit in my dad's office, and my dad's just so fucking annoyed with me. Just fucking fed up. His fucking 20-year-old kid not handling life. And he's a fucking Navy doctor. I think he was the head of internal medicine. And this is his fucking adult kid. His other friends' kids were probably like, you know, leaders of organizations. And oh, I think I was a president of my fraternity. Woo! And I sit in his office and he goes, "Hey Dan, I hate to break it to you, but if you can't handle the basics, the very bare bones of just living, if you can't fucking handle that, knowing it's only gonna get fucking harder from here, then you might as well just throw in the towel, okay? Give me a break. Give me a fucking break with this shit." That's my fucking dad. That's what a fucking gangster he was. He wasn't gonna fucking pull any punches. He's just like, "You're being pathetic, bro. Kill yourself." And he would never articulate it that way. And I don't even think he remembers saying that. And he'd actually probably be really fucking mad at me if he saw this. But it's such a good story. Man, this is a fucking dilemma, huh? Dad, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But epic fucking story, Pops. And it doesn't reflect poorly upon you. It actually reflects very highly upon you to have said exactly what was needed to your son. Because that was the most motivating speech I ever had. I've never been filled with so much motivation to get out there and just to fucking crush it. Just crush life. Yeah, that speech from Pops. That was fucking it. So yeah, I can't do that in this day and age. That was a different time. It really was. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to fucking tip my hat to Pops for doing that. Thinking back to myself at that age, and then seeing so many other people in our community, I think we gotta address that and call it out and encourage each other to be better. And so many of these fucking goddamn loserish behaviors, even just the culture of alcoholism, call it the fuck out. Fucking blaming everything on, "Oh, I was drunk, I was hungover." Stop. Is it much more fucking difficult than that? To just take a deep and honest look at what you're doing and thinking to yourself, this is kind of destructive. I should stop. Like, for it to be harder than that, I have to say, oftentimes, is kind of pathetic. That's just my opinion. You just have to be made aware of these things. And once you become aware, then it's just like, okay. There's a great tool out there nowadays. It's called Google Calendar. It almost makes it so that there's no excuses to those adults who are not living by a calendar. What are you even trying to do here? Sorry, but that's fucking pathetic. Stop. There's so many tools available to you to succeed in this world if you just have the motivation to fucking do it. I would say Google and YouTube for one. Those tools are just unfucking believable. And those tools it equalizes the playing field for everyone. You don't even need any degree of real level of education from any nation. You only need to get through a couple grades, and then you could live life and use Google and YouTube and step yourself above the rest. You totally could. So there's really no excuses. They're really fucking worthless. And I highly recommend that that those who keep approaching problems and failures, constant negative thought. If your thoughts are consistently negative, think about why. Don't just keep perpetuating the same fucking behaviors that are causing you the same problems. It's so stupid. It's pathetic. This is like Adaptation 101. That's how organisms succeed. You constantly adapt to your environment and try something new and identify what's not working, and then don't do that. Think about what you want. What is success? What is survival? What is happiness? And then work towards that. If you're not feeling happiness, then start asking questions. Number one, why? Why am I not feeling happiness on a daily basis? Why is my mind filled with negativity? You're adapting. You are constantly, through a series of trial and error, getting better at life. It takes assessing your situation. How am I feeling? What has led me to these feelings? It's just play your day back. What text message did you read? What thing did you witness? What trauma did you experience to make you feel something negative on that day and the day before and the day before and then years back and decades back to when you were a kid? You need to run yourself back. And if it hurts, you push through the fucking pain. That's part of those who succeed. Strong survive. Not everyone has the strength to push through the pain, to actually think about why you are the way you fucking are. And identifying things about yourself that really aren't good and that you really don't like, but you just don't know how to fix. You have to identify all these things, push yourself through these uncomfortable thoughts, and figure out why you are the way the fuck you are. Get to the point when you can be happy with yourself all of the time, or at least the majority of the time, and work towards that. Think about the last time you felt that emotion. Develop a better vision of what you want to feel like on a daily fucking basis. How do you want to go through your day? Envision what that would look like. What a sick ass day would be for you. Try to replicate that somehow. I was on a roll there and it stopped. What a fucking bummer, huh, dude? So, what we were doing was we're collecting the stories of the community. We're growing the fucking stories into a goddamn movie or show. Duh, motherfucker. The Vet TV Garden is the place where we all plant our stories so that with the intent, right, we tell stories with meaning. We share stories, all kinds of stories. Entertaining stories are fucking, I'd say, that's number one priority. It's got to be entertaining. But you should always look for what you learned throughout that experience, how that experience changed you. Because you know, we want to include message. We're encouraging personal growth, and that's how television is supposed to be good for the community. So I want to be conscious of this in the company and being mindful of how veteran television influences the veteran community, and we do this through having a vision of what we want our community to be like, identifying behaviors that are not good, and writing about these behaviors, showing them. We are a mirror to society. That's what film and television does often, but especially comedians. The jester has always had a role in society. That is to hold up the mirror, to get people to laugh at themselves, which can often lead to acknowledging something about yourself. That's what good film and television should do. You know, we're gonna fucking keep that shit real as fuck. We're gonna fucking keep it real. And we're going to play to the emotions that we're going for, but we are going to always ensure that there is an appropriate conversation surrounding the things that we create. That's a necessary part of this business, is being able to explain ourselves. We'll create understanding within our own community and the outer community. It's a positive thing. Anyways, we're all planting in the garden of the comments, sharing the stories. That's what this came to. And we're not being pathetic. That was the other thing that we're not doing. We're not doing that pathetic shit anymore. We're gonna stop sucking at life, at the basics. And that's it. Love you guys very much. And we'll grow this garden together. And then fucking bust a nut in it.